On this episode of Travels with Bill, we're at Wellman Lake in Manitoba's Duck Mountain Provincial Park. We'll take a peek at the lake, a peek at the Wellman Lake Resort, plus some of the food they serve there. We'll also check out the beach and that huge dock. That's all ahead, so make sure you stick around. We'll pop over to the resort to get started. An ice cream window here outside, so you can order outside or you can travel on inside. Lots of ice and firewood and everything you can imagine you need. Well, the bakery section is perhaps to die for. Check out the M&M cookies. Those look absolutely delicious. How could you not end up taking at least one of those home with you, or maybe just back to the campground to enjoy around the fire? Let's take a look around the place here so you can see what all there is on offer. Takeout food can be had here. You come in and order. Lots of candy for the kids. Some hoodies in the back as well, chips and drinks. There's even some slush and an entire ice cream section. The lodge is open all summer, but it is open sometimes in the winter as well. You want to check their Facebook page to find out their exact hours. I see a popcorn machine there. Ooh, more candy for the kids, even a great selection of nerds. Those would be perfect around the campfire. Some chocolate for s'mores. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say it's a kid's paradise inside the Wellman Lake Resort. This is the little ice cream stand here, so there's hard ice cream plus soft ice cream, and they'll certainly make sure you don't go hungry. Little close-up here of the drinks so you can see everything there is on offer. Certainly lots of choices there. Full-serve restaurant on the inside here too. Lots of people actually make a trip up to the lodge just for the food because it's so incredibly delicious. Popping back outside, there's also a couple patios on the go. One up the steps and then the expanded patio. They set up the bigger one during COVID, of course, where you couldn't eat indoors. It's still here. They often put umbrellas in it too, so you can dine outside on a beautiful evening and really enjoy yourself. Mini golf course right beside the lodge, and we'll start with hole 11 because it's train themed, and you know trains do something for me, right? Lots of interesting things here, though. Each hole has a theme to it, even the outhouse, which is just up ahead there. Now, for the most part, you come to Wellman Lake starting in Swan River, then come up the highway. It's paved for the first while. The last little ways is gravel, though, but you make it up here just fine and enjoy a day at the lake. Wellman Lake's the northernmost resort in the Duck Mountain Parks. There's some other ones on the go too. You'd have Blue Lakes to the south a little bit, and then to the west of Blue Lakes, you'd find Child's Lake. We'll hop into the air and take a peek at the mini golf course. I see a few people there golfing already. You can see the patio off in the distance too. Not very far from the lake, in fact, just a couple hundred feet across the gravel there, you'd already be walking down the hill towards the beach. Speaking of beach and dock, check out that huge dock. We're going to come and take a walk on that in a minute, just so you can see how big it is. There's the beach, though. Lots of space on it. We've got some folks out today already enjoying the water, but lots of room for more. Pretty good swim line there, too. It's shallow for quite a ways out, so the kids can go play without worrying too much. Of course, you got to put a life jacket on them just to keep them safe. Looks like they're having a great time. Let's head to the dock now and take a peek at it. So you start down the actual first part that's wooden, and then it turns into a plastic dock. So it's kind of a composite material, and you go for a walk all the way on out. You can see the boats out there, but check the sides too. See how shallow it is? That's the same sort of thing you have right off the beach in the swim area, so it stays shallow for quite a while. A really nice lake for just walking out into. If you want to have some fun on the dock and you didn't bring a boat, you can certainly sit down at one of the benches here and just watch the world go by. Once in a while, you'll actually see people fishing off the dock. Now, I think they can catch fish off the dock too. Certainly lots more fish to be had if you go out on a boat. Wellman Lake isn't the only lake here. Just behind us is another one. We'll take a peek at that in a moment. Oh, I see a pontoon boat. I'm kind of thinking maybe I need a pontoon boat someday. Once we get the next 1 million followers or so, we'll have to get the Travels with Bill pontoon boat. In the background there, you can see the beach. It's not that far away, and certainly it's beautiful up here. Lots of trees and some amazing green grass. Around the edge of the lakes, there's some cabins, and those are often year-round. Lots of people live here and drive into work in Swan River or retire here. A playground on the go for the kids. Now, the playground's up the hill, so you can kind of see how the lake is off in the distance there. You just carry on down the hill and get to the beach, so it's nice and close. Kids can run up here and play. Mom and Dad can follow them around a bit as well. Fairly modern playground, nice and shiny and beautiful colors for the kids to see. I see a digger there in the corner, some swings. There's also some benches right behind us so you can sit and watch, and there's the resort just over to the edge. They do have a family cook shelter here at Wellman Lake. So you can go on in here, lots of picnic tables. You can bring your lunch up here and have a big party. In fact, it was a little cooler. You can even start a really big fire too. It's got a huge fireplace. And you can see how the windows close up here a bit. So you can close them up if it's too cold and windy outside, get that fire going, and stay roasty, toasty, warm inside. Of course, we're not far from the water here either. In the summertime, this is wide open, so the wind blows on through. It would be more of those colder nights in the fall that I think you'd want to roll the windows down a little bit. It's so green and wonderful out here. You can see they've been mowing, but obviously a couple different spots there. I see our food's finally ready. We did takeout on the day we're here. Chicken fingers and fries, but maybe the best part of it was actually these little ketchup bottles. Aren't those the cutest thing? You open them up and use them instead of the squeezy packets. They're pretty neat. We want to show you some more stuff here. If you're thinking of going camping, we're to fly over part of the campground. I see a tennis court down there. I guess it looks like it's maybe set up for basketball right now. Basketball one side, tennis on the other. And now we're flying into the campground. It's a well-treated area. Like much of the Duck Mountain Park, there aren't a lot of big open sites here. It's all about the trees, so you feel like you're nestled in your site. Some of these are seasonal. Some of these are the ones that are nightly. You can check out the Provincial Park website to see exactly what sites are available. Being a provincial park, you'll need a park pass here. If you're camping overnight, you'll need to pay those fees as well. But day camping in provincial parks in Manitoba, you just show up, use the picnic tables, and then go home at the end of the day. No extra fees except for the park pass. They tell us Wellman Lake was formed when glaciers melted and filled in some dips. Well, they filled in pretty well. Nice clear water here. Blue Lake's a little bit clearer, maybe technically, but all of the lakes up here in the Duck Mountain Provincial Park are extremely clear water. You can see down into them so easy. I did promise you there was more than one lake. Well, across the way there, that's Glad Lake. It's not quite as developed, but you can see it's just walking distance. Certainly some people put boats out on that. There's a few cabins there as well. Wellman Lake is the bigger of the two. A lot more cabins, and certainly more people would use the beach side of Wellman Lake. There isn't really a beach over at Glad Lake. Fly around a little bit here just so you can get a picture of the lake. Now, it's not the biggest lake in the world, but certainly it does the purpose for all the people that enjoy this every single summer. A few cabins there down below us. Now, there are some cabin rentals. You may want to check the details on those as well and see exactly if it's a fit for you or not. Look at that lake, though. It's just beautiful, isn't it, on a day like today? This is a good angle to see just how shallow it is. You can see the bottom there for quite a ways. Then it starts to get a little bit deeper, but it's picture perfect, really. Have you subscribed to Travels with Bill yet? We'd certainly love to have you as a subscriber on the channel. You'll see all our episodes as we travel around Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and in fact all over Canada. Seeing some interesting places like lakes, but so much more too. We'll even throw a train in once in a while. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the thumbs up to let us know you loved the video. Farewell for now from Wellman Lake in Manitoba's Duck Mountain Provincial Park. We'll see you next time on the next episode of Travels with Bill.